Here for another unboxing, and this time we have a bit of a special unboxing actually, because we have the next shoe in Kobe's line, the Kobe AD, but we're also joined by the man himself, Kobe Bryant. Now usually that statement, Kobe Bryant, the basketball player. So what is the after the now?
Well, right now I think the easiest thing is to say the retired basketball player.
The retired basketball player.
That'll work for now.
For now. Now imagine, from just knowing the way that you were on the court, people would assume, oh, he's probably just like chilling now that he's retired. But knowing the way you play, I know that that's not the case, absolutely at all. So like, what is the Kobe Bryant after basketball like?
Well, it's building what comes next, right? And particularly in the world of media, the investment industry is something that we're obviously focusing on. But it's paying attention to all of those details, because you're starting from scratch, right? Starting all over again, which is a beautiful place to be. You have to learn the basics, the fundamentals all over again. You got to study, you got to ask questions. And so starting from that level is, it's been great.
Okay, great. Now let's get to the shoes. So just start with the name. It's Kobe AD as opposed to Kobe 12. Why is that?
Well, because Kobe, a basketball player, has retired. So it didn't make sense for me to progress from 11 to 12 to 13. That player is done. Right? So now we must move on. So how can we do that? How can we embody the spirit of a player who, in essence, has retired or has passed away from the game? How can we embody the spirit of the line? Right? And so going to AD, I felt was the best way to do that.
Now, how has your design process changed, no longer being like in the game, like authentically, as opposed to being a former player?
It hasn't. Even going back 5 years ago, I had so many ideas of what I wanted to see happen with the product. Different forms of innovation that either technologically we couldn't do at the time, or we just couldn't fit them all into the shoes, right? So the ideas go out for the next 5, 6, 7 shoes.
Right.
So that process doesn't change.
Okay. So let's take a look at the shoes. Open up here. This is the unboxing process. I feel like I'm the Kobe of unboxing. So let's keep this moving. So let's talk a little bit about the tech. Lunar's a thing that I know you always like. Zoom's a thing that I know you're partial to. Can you talk a little bit about the tech that's going on with the Kobe AD?
Well, we're always trying to progress.
Right.
So it's taking the technology that we have created and try to perfect it or better it. How do we make it more responsive? How do we make it lighter? How do we make it more breathable? And certainly this is what this shoe is all about. It's about precision. It's about efficiency. And obviously the cleanliness of the shoe. We wanted a shoe that was really clean and not too busy. Very clean lines, which I think brings out the sharpness and the efficiency of the product through the design.
Now, something that we've noticed with you over the years is how much you pay attention to like the details of the shoe and the way that it looks and the way that it's designed. Can you point out, are there some details here that you're like, oh, okay, I had them do this because of this?
Sure. Well, look at the sharpness of the lines here, right? This implies great movement. Right? So even though we have the technology, it's important that the design matches the technology itself, right? So aesthetically, the shoe resembles the technology that's in the shoe. So these very sharp lines, almost mimicking a sports car, right? The crisp lines of a sports car, and how they change directions or how they hug the turn. All that is inspired into the lines of the shoe, and obviously the technology that's inside.
That's awesome. Now,
we geek out.
I know, as you should. I know. Before you worked a lot with Eric Avar, and this time it was Ross Klein that worked with this works with this one. Is the design process different with Ross as opposed to with Eric? Or
no, we go about it the same way. We sit around, we talk, we geek out. Most of the time we talk about things that have nothing to do with creating shoes or anything of that sort. We just kind of talk about nature, and then from that we find our way to
get back to here. So for the young kid that's looking like, oh, that's Kobe Bryant's shoe. Why should I play in Kobe Bryant's shoe? What is it about your shoe that you think separates it?
We don't compromise. And what I mean by that is we don't say, okay, we want a shoe that gives you comfort and stability. But with that comfort and stability, you have to compromise with the weight of the shoe. So the shoe's going to be heavy, right? Or you say, okay, I want a shoe that's light, but I have to compromise comfort and stability. We don't make those compromises.
Right.
We want both, and we won't rest until we accomplish those things. And that's what we try to do with our products. We try to make uncompromising products.
All right, guys. Kobe Bryant, Kobe AD, not the 12, AD. All right, guys. See you soon. Peace.